I can hear is criticize, criticize, criticize.
What is going on, everybody? Jeremiah Black Development Network. How y'all doing, man? This is episode 5 of Constructive Criticism Podcast, man. How y'all doing? Happy post-Halloween, right? Post-Halloween? Yeah. Happy. I hope everybody got home safely. I had a great time, man. I ended up going to Jasmine Gardens' party. She is a TikToker. She's actually getting married, so also congratulations to her as well. Great time, great vibes. Deontay from the Grits and Eggs podcast was there. Rayon was there. King Jonty was in the building as well. It was a couple of content creators, man, in the building, and I was just happy to be there, right? Got to say hello to a lot of them. I actually seen a friend from high school too. So shout out to her as well, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's get into these topics, man. We got a doozy. Is it Audrianna Cobb Williams? Audrianna Cobb Williams. If I said her name wrong, you could tell me in the comment section. Audrianna Williams worked as a teacher at Monroe Comprehensive High School. It is in Georgia. And she was also a cheerleading coach, cheerleading coach. In 2023, Cobb Williams was arrested and charged relating to alleged sexual contact with a student, which is crazy. That's crazy as hell. And also during the case, a photo of her like kissing the student or kissing a student was did surface as well. We got to go back. We got to go back to teachers, and I know we want to be more interactive with the kids. We might need to take a step back because these teachers are getting a little too comfortable. I remember, I don't know if it wasn't last year, it was like 2 years ago. I made a video on a brother who went live on TikTok during the school day, and he had all these little girls in his hair, taking his hair down.
Was this teacher getting his braids taken out by his students inappropriate?
Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out.
Okay. And the premise of my video wasn't to like call him a groomer. Like, you know what I mean? It was to highlight how these situations can be a little weird for people looking in, especially when you have all this inappropriate conversations and inappropriate interactions between teachers and students that are popping up left and right? And we see how, because that's what teachers are. Teachers are authority figures, right? They are authority figures. They are, they have your kids for 8 hours, sometimes 8 hours plus, depending on what that kid does after school. Tutorials, football, sports, and again, she is a cheerleading coach. I also believe she went viral as well on TikTok a couple of times, dancing with her students. So she's an authority figure, right? There needs to be a line between her and the students in that case, man. Some of these students are going behind teachers' desk. I seen a video where one of the teachers said that her Labubu was stolen off her desk. That used to be a no-go in high school, or in all the school. You go behind the teacher's desk, you go near the teacher's desk, that used to get you in real trouble. Because most teachers don't have an office, they don't have a space where they could lock their belongings up. It's either the school or the car, and people break into cars now too. So, getting back to it, she did admit during the trial that she kissed the student, but she denied any sex or oral sex contact. Okay, and she did testify in this case. Okay, so she got up there on the stand. Juwan Maddox is the name of the victim, and he did tell investigators that they had general sexual contact with him. And during the initial police report, she said that he did basically eventually tell the officers what took place between him and Miss Cobb. All right. Now, at the trial, the defense presented audio of Maddox saying that if Cobb wanted to make matters go away, she would have to pay him a band a week. I don't mean to laugh, but like a band a week. These kids here, man, this is crazy as hell. There were also people talking about how he was a little dismissive, how he was a little immature. I want people to understand that I think right now he's like 19 years old. Okay, so he is legally a grown-up, but he's no more than 1 to 2 years removed from high school. He's a kid, a child. Okay, and a lot of young boys don't take this as serious as young girls. Young girl on the stand, I can see her crying. I can see her, unable to really process what's going on. And in a sense, he's not processing what's going on because of how young boys see opportunities like this. It's even one part where, the defense is talking to him and they're asking him, why are y'all talking? And why was you with Miss Cobb? And he literally says, I wasn't going to turn it down.
With the defendant because of money?
No, ma'am.
Why were you with the defendant? Why were y'all talking? Because what?
I was 17. Like she's 33. I don't know, like 30 something. I was gonna turn it down.
Say what now?
I wasn't gonna turn it down. She came on to me.
I wasn't gonna turn it down. And that should let you know how young boys see these interactions. A lot of these young boys have, fantasies of being with their teachers, right? Especially in high school, hormones growing out of control. We're not really having these defining sexual talks about discipline with young boys. And again, their hormones are growing out of control. I'm going to be different with my child. I'm going to be real with you, especially if I have a son. We're going to sit and talk about discipline. We're going to sit and talk about how grown-ups should not be touching on you, should not be kissing on you, should not be grabbing on you, grabbing private parts or doing all these different things. That's your teacher. Damn near, I said, man, see your teacher like you see your mother or your father. That's how they are to you. They're nothing but a guardian while I'm at work or while I'm at home. And they're instructors to teach you throughout the day. Outside of that, hell no. You should not be putting your hands on my kid. You should not be touching my child. You should not be kissing on my child, groping my child. Okay? And that is a no-no. It's not happening. But a lot of these young boys, they see this as an opportunity they're praised for it. They're absolutely praised for it. You get to smash the teacher, you're going to be the talk of the town. Now, if it's the other way around, guess what? You're going to be called a whore. A little girl smashing a male teacher, you're going to be called a whore. You're going to be called all types of names. Right? And I don't think that that's fair to her either because she's a child. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm 33. Can't no child turn me on. I'm sorry to tell. I don't even know how to really. Can't no child turn me on. Okay? I hear your age is 20, 21, all that stuff. Baby, have a great day. God bless you. Or even like younger than 19, God bless you. I can't do nothing with you, baby. Can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm 33 years old. I'm heading into a different part of my life, a different chapter in my life. Number one, I don't even have time to run around with you. However, and we got to bring this up, unfortunately, she was found not guilty this past Friday. She was found not guilty. Basically, not enough evidence. I'm going to be real with you. I think that because the young boy was a little immature on the stand, that nobody really, I don't want to say nobody believed him, but a lot of people did not believe him. By the way, she was married during this time too. She was married. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. I hear you kiss some boy, in yeah, them papers getting filed. them divorce papers, you got to go. I just don't see a need for you to put your mouth on a kid. I don't. That's not your child. That's not. I don't see why would you even put your mouth on the child. Like, to me, that's enough. But all in all, she was found not guilty, and a lot of people feel like justice was not served. Me personally, I don't believe justice was served either, because why are you putting your mouth on a kid? Why are you having these weird intimate relationships with a child? Why would he even think that it'd be cool for? And I guess it's children, but why would he even think that? Why would he think that it'd be cool to do that? To just sit there and lie about some shit like that? But that's just me. Food stamps, man. There's a lot of conversations around food stamps. I forget what day we're on with this government shutdown. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even know what day we're on. But it's been a minute. But there's a lot of conversation about food stamps. We are in the month of November. A judge, well, not just a judge, excuse me, two judges have basically told Trump that he needs to find a way to continue or keep the benefits flowing. You have John J. McConnell Jr. out of Rhode Island said that they must pay the full benefits by Monday or partial payments by Wednesday in order to mitigate irreparable harm from the benefits being paused. Okay, we're gonna get into it in a minute, right? But there's a lot of controversy around food stamps. Now, let me say this: I've never been on food stamps, never. And I've been down bad. I've had college friends on food stamps. I got family members on food stamps, and I know their situation. And I've never wanted to be anywhere near that situation. Okay? Nor do I sit around thinking about people losing their benefits. I live in the United States where I know for a fact that our government and these corporations are putting the American people in compromising situations. So compromising that we need social programs to fight back against that, or we would have more homeless people. We would have more people not being fed. And it's 41 million people being fed off of SNAP benefits. It's 41 million people. Okay? That's 12% of our population. So 12% of people, I even hate when y'all have that conversation too. 12% of people are not scamming the government. It's not happening. I keep telling people that no, 12% of Americans are not scamming. 1.2 million of those people are veterans. So instead of making sure our veterans have something to eat, they say, hey, here's some food stamps. Here's food stamps. Right? We can give them a parade. We can give our veterans a parade. We can give them a Memorial Day. We can tell them, thank you for your service. But we can't feed them. We cannot feed them. We can't feed their families. Right? You get deployed. You have to go to Kuwait. Basically, you saying that little ass money that you send back anyway, and plus food stamp benefits, that's not enough. This is how we treat our veterans, people. This is how we treat our veterans. 40% of children are on SNAP. 40%. Come on. We have to stop being stupid. Right? We have to stop being ignorant about food stamps. I've never sat in line at a store and seen somebody with groceries in front of me and seen them pull out a food stamp card and said, man, I'm so fucking jealous. I'm so jealous of your situation. I'm not. I've seen people who supposedly are in the same boat as people who receive food stamps and say, "Oh my God, well, you don't think about my situation." I'm not on here to have the suffer Olympics. I'm not here to have an oppression Olympics with these people. We're not in competition with each other. We're in battle against corporations, against our own government. That's who we're in battle with. We're in battle with Walmart, Amazon, all these predatory ass businesses that don't pay you enough, that pay you slave wages, but want you to come in there and work 4 hours to death. 4 straight hours, 15-minute breaks. You miss one goddamn scan, they firing your ass. They want you to work these slave ass wages where you can't afford food so they can put your ass on food stamps. But yet we want to yell at each other. We want to yell at the American people who did not sign legislation. Some of you didn't sign up for the life that you're in. You didn't sign up for it. You were born in that rural area. You don't know any different. You don't know any better. They're not bringing businesses out there. They're not bringing affordable food out there. They're not bringing that much food out there. Nigga, you got 1, maybe 2 grocery stores in your whole goddamn area. What about those people? Right? And that's the thing too. People don't understand that like food stamps helps everyone. It helps these corporations. It helps people who clearly don't have the access or the affordability towards food. Helps everybody. Helps farmers, whether you like it or not. Helps the cattle ranchers. I think the third most bought item with food stamp is beef. And who's arguing about beef right now? Cattle ranchers. Right? They already now got a fight with Argentina because Trump done gave them money or flooded the markets with beef, Argentinian beef, and gave them money. Right? These things are happening. And instead of yelling at Trump and the Trump administration, instead of yelling at these billionaires, you'd rather yell at somebody who cannot control their situation. Not fully. Not just yet. And there are people who get off food stamps. There's a lot of people who I've seen plenty of videos of people and shit, even like Keith Lee. Like I saw Keith Lee's video where he was like, "Hey man, listen, the reason why I was able to do some of the things that I was doing with my wife is because of food stamps."
When I first started making videos on this page, I was making food for my wife 4 times a day, and how I was getting that food, all food stamps and gift cards that people was giving me to make food for my wife. And I've always had bad social anxiety. I've always spoke about it. I made a video here once talking about me having bad social anxiety and how I was getting used to being around people and talking to people, and how I was doing that was making meals for the less fortunate and passing them out. How was I buying that food to make meals for the less fortunate? On food stamps. And
he literally says that, hey, the content that y'all love so much, the reason why y'all love me, I had humble beginnings. I had food stamps. I was on food stamps. I'm watching all these creators that are now getting all these opportunities, and they sitting down and telling y'all to your face, yeah, I was on food stamps. No one's proud to be on food stamps. That's not a proud moment to pull out an EBT card. Because you don't have the money. You don't have the resources. Right? We got to stop being stupid on these apps. I've never. In order to get food stamps, you have to be a citizen or you have to have immigration status. You must be a U.S. citizen, qualified non-citizen. For example, a lawful permanent resident, refugee, or asylee. I think that Donald Trump actually dropped that asylum part. But you have to be a green card holder. That's what a permanent resident means. Green card holder. Okay? Most adults, undocumented immigrants, are not eligible. They're not eligible. Income limits. SNAP looks at your gross monthly income before taxes and net income after certain deductions. It's income based. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all think that y'all can smooth over the government? There have been people that have been caught doing fraudulent activities. The government's not stupid. I don't know what y'all think is going on. The government is not stupid. They put these things in place. They're not dumb. And so the fact that we're sitting on the internet arguing with each other, people, regular, 9 to 5, shit, some of y'all are non-entrepreneurs. You go to work every day arguing about food stamps as if these people don't go to work. They're lazy. They're not lazy. You just want food stamps. You need relief. And that's understandable. You need relief. So why are you arguing with the person that can't relieve you? Why are you arguing with the person who's also suffering? I mean, visibly. There's a white lady sitting on here eating toast in front of everybody.
This message is for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What'd you do? Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage? By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November. Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal.
Little do we know, she had a child. She had food stamps. She lost her food stamps because she lost her child. So now she mad at everybody because she don't got no food stamps. Y'all are weird. This is why we can't go nowhere as a country. Because we're arguing with people that don't really have shit to do with shit. Y'all arguing dumb shit on here. I'll never get into an argument with somebody over some fucking SNAP. And MAGA, let me tell you real quick, big dog. Y'all white people, y'all gonna be the ones hit first. Y'all gonna be the main ones on here talking the most shit. Non-Hispanic white people, 35% on SNAP. Non-Hispanic black Americans, 25%. Can't talk shit about the immigrants. Can't talk shit about Hispanic people. They're only 15%. Can't talk shit about them. White people are going to be affected across the board. Across the board, you're going to be affected. Way more than any other race. You're going to get back on here. You're going to get back on YouTube, TikTok. Y'all going to try to talk to CNN, Fox, when them cupboards are empty. Motherfuckers mad because a young lady bought $27 worth of cupcakes for his class or something like this, therapy session or something like that. You'd rather argue with that person than the person that's not creating affordable food options, food scarcity, food insecurity. You'd rather talk to us instead of talking to them. Boy, y'all some real losers. Y'all some real losers, man. But we can't get better with a country if we're having dumbass conversations like this. Huda from Love Island, man. I ain't watched Love Island. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't watch it. Not a real big fan of like those shows of like finding love. The shit is just fake to me. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a little too fake. But you know, there's a couple of cute ones out of there, man. Alandria is definitely beautiful. Shelly, gorgeous, right? Definitely some beautiful women out of there, right? And but apparently Huda is under fire. There was a live in which the fans got to call in, and And long story short, Huda went, the fan on the phone called Orlandria a nigger.
Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Yeah, I sent a
on the phone. And they proceeded to bust out laughing, her and her boyfriend Louis. They proceeded to laugh about it. And of course, people did not take kindly to that. When you have a whole bunch of when your fans are anti-black, you would think that your first idea is to be in a space where you're constantly denying that. You can make time to dismiss certain comments. Right? I do it all the time. You can say, that's not where I'm going with that. We're not going to be anti anything over here. Right? I go live. I'm in my comment section. I make sure to clarify my points and who I am. I'm not racist. Right? And when you're constantly getting yourself into these racial situations alongside your audience, people tend to think that you're fucking racist. Okay? And the fact that you laughed at it, just no regard to, hey man, people are recording this. People are looking at me. Let's go, cut that out. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to play that. Fuck you, whoever just called in. And that's how you don't burst out laughing. Oh my God, it was a nervous laugh. It wasn't a nervous laugh. And Huda said, oh, I didn't hear what the person said, so why would you nervously laugh if you didn't hear what they said? Louis definitely heard what he said because he responded to it. Hey, yo. A black man, by the way. A black man. We gotta be smarter with our platforms. We gotta be smarter with our platform. Even if you want to give up the idea that Huda is not racist. You are now a celebrity. You are now within the eye. Everybody's recording everything that you fucking do. Everything. You hear something out of pocket, you hear something, and you go, hey, we're cutting that off. We're dead that, actually. Fuck you. It's not fuck Olandria. We do not have a problem with Olandria. God bless. Keep it fucking moving. That's as far as it goes. That's how you combat that. And if your audience members, if your audience and the people who love you respond to you in a negative way, then you know what they're there for. They're there for the racial tension. That's what they want. They're there for the racial tension between you and Orlandria. And you can stop it. You can stop it at any time. Now, apparently, there is a Huda Beauty. It's not Huda the Love Island contestants company. It's a separate company. I've been told by a couple of ladies. And apparently they have cut ties with Huda. I don't know if any other brands have reached out, but they did issue a statement separating themselves from Huda as well. Right? Racism is expensive. It causes you to lose money. Racism is expensive. And again, if you constantly are aligning yourself with what's going on and the shit that your fans are saying, then people are going to assume that you're racist. They're going to constantly assume that you're racist. And then your boyfriend gets online and starts defending you, saying that, oh yeah, she can't be racist. She's with me. Brother, I'm going to tell you right now, some of the most racist people especially white. It doesn't even matter about white, black, Hispanic. Doesn't. Big dog. Candace only has a white husband. Yeah, that motherfucker racist. That motherfucker racist. Okay? It doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, I would think that you have to realize, brother, you're a fetish. That's what you are. You specifically are a fetish to that little girl. Oh, I date black men. What does that mean? Right? Imagine if I'm dating a Palestinian woman. I understand and I can acknowledge the things that she goes through on a daily basis as a Palestinian woman. People do not want her to exist, whether she's in America or whether, we're talking about Gaza. They don't want her to exist. So imagine if I were to pick up the phone and I hear a fan going, I don't know, insert Palestinian slur here. You think I'm going to laugh that shit off? You think I'm going to laugh it off? Hell no, I'm not laughing that off. There's no nervousness that's going to come out of that. You're going to see me straight up flip my lid. And that's the thing. She didn't read. All she did was laugh. Right? So that's how you lose a brand. That's how you keep losing. You keep aligning yourself with racism. So shout out to Orlandria. She's been doing her thing. I done seen this girl everywhere. Since she didn't even win the contest, and her and Nick are everywhere. So, you know what I mean? I love seeing beautiful black women, especially beautiful dark-skinned black women, get their flowers and get their love. And I think that's beautiful. I'm glad that she's in that space. Right? So, Huda, do better. Louis, or whatever your name is, do better. Do better. Shut your bitch ass up moment of the week. Shut your bitch ass up moment of the week. Okay? Halloween is a great time to dress up. You get to dress up as your favorite characters. You get to dress up as iconic moments. Some people are really fucking good at Halloween. And this has actually been a great Halloween. Great Halloween. I done seen so many different costumes that I love. I love down. Y'all are really fucking good at Halloween, right? But then some people take shit too far, or take shit to I just think obviously y'all are rage baiting, right? And this shut your bitch ass moment up is multiple people, actually. Brittany Venti, who used to be on YouTube, she used to go at, what's her name? Pearl very heavily. She used to go at Pearl so fucking much. Oh my God. And sometimes she would read Pearl down. Pearl's not like a hard person to read down, but she would read Pearl down. She recently resurfaced on my timeline doing, I guess, like black. I don't even understand what's going on here outside of like black people, EBT, mumbo jumbo, right? And because she's like half black, she thinks that gives her the okay to do this type of bullshit, right? But what she doesn't realize, we already got Drake for that. We thought that was weird for Drake. Yes, it is weird for black people willy-nillying doing blackface. Like, that's weird. That is weird. Right? We're not talking about like a movie. We're not talking about like an actual necessary conversation. We're talking about, motherfucker, you just went online to, this was your costume. Honestly, conservatives are lazy as fuck. She wasn't the only one who did it. The other woman who is trying so hard to convince us that she's just this racist piece of shit online. I can never remember her name either. I'll put her name down there, but she also did blackface too. It's like, it's boring at this point, right? And then they're also trying to put us in the conversation of like EBT or food stamps. Big dog, I just told y'all the stats. White people overwhelmingly use EBT more than black people. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact, homie. So whenever people get online and try to correlate the loss of food stamps to black people, I'm like, no. You think we're here because of some damn social programs? You think that black people are still in this country, still thriving, still trying to make a difference in this country because of some fucking food, some social program? Majority of the social programs goes towards white people, particularly white women. Affirmative action, white women. DEI, overwhelmingly white women. Black people are not getting the brunt of these social programs, these concepts, and things like that. They're not. What we're saying is that you're trying to target us through these ideas, but they don't affect us like you think they affect us. We're going to figure it out. We still got rich black people. We still got black people within the 1%. We still got black people still within middle classes doing fine, things like that. I don't know why the fuck y'all keep saying this about black people. It's boring, it's tired, it's outdated. And then you guys doing like the black face and stuff like that, thinking that you're gonna piss us off, or thinking that, I just think that y'all are just lazy. That's really what it is. It's a lazy conversation. You know, and personally, I didn't know Brittany Venti was conservative. I don't understand why I never understand why black people specifically are conservative. I don't. I think it's an oxymoron. I literally think it's an oxymoron. So, yeah, man, shut y'all bitch asses up and find something safe to do. Just find something better to do, because this is not it. You know this isn't it. And you guys are just weird for this. Yeah, especially for Halloween. I guess you just need to make a statement. Nobody was looking for you. Now you're viral. It is what it is, right? Guys, I want to thank you for you guys listening to this episode 5, Constructive Criticism Podcast. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week. Everybody be safe out there. Love you guys so much. Peace.